What's going on, Outlaws? Finn's the Spook coming at you with a little comic video. Yeah, that's right, comics this time. No drama alert, no 40 minutes of rambling. Just a little bit of rambling as always, but back to comics, back to what the channel's supposed to be about, right? So I thought we'd go through my All-Star Western collection. I'm going to try to be a little more informative with these videos. Again, they are more audio-based. I will switch through the comics as we go, but, most of this is going to be audio. So this is the second series of All-Star Western, Volume 2. All-Star Western, the first volume was actually the tail end of All-Star Comics, like the famous All-Star Comics with the JSA and Wonder Woman and all that stuff. Toward the end, according to Overstreet here anyway, number 58 on, it switches over to All-Star Western Volume 1. And that ran until 61. This is All-Star Western Volume 2, which started in 1970 and ran to 1972. What's interesting to note about these is this is like a who's who of the artists of the time. And the Overstreet, which I really like. We need to have our own video about the Overstreet, don't we? I really like the Overstreet, but it's so inconsistent. On some books, it'll tell you every time there's a Neil Adams cover or a certain person's art or something, and then on books like this, it just doesn't say hardly anything, which is crazy. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know every artist on every book, but I know for sure there's Neil Adams covers. I know that Gray Morrow and Carmine Infantino and Gil Kane and all these kind of people worked on these books, and it'd be nice to have something in place that would give you a one-page reference and not have to go to the internet for it. But anyway, I guess the book would be 4 times as fat as it already is. So this is All-Star Western 1. It's a Powwow Smith reprint from the Golden Age inside. And it's got Carmen Infantino art. I believe that's a Gil Kane cover. Pretty sure. Kind of a mundane cover for him. His stuff is usually kind of, some people would say obnoxiously, but I like it. Oddly, I don't know, the perspective is off usually, like the Creeper cover he did, and just some other ones where you're looking from the bottom up. This is a very kind of vanilla cover for him. I do like it. I do think it's a cool cover, but it's nothing outrageous. I just think the art's pretty cool. This one, probably in fine, very fine. Maybe a little higher. I don't know. Sometimes I grade my books and I keep it in a log, and I called this one a fine, very fine. I feel like I must have been really harsh on that because it looks much better, but there might be something inside. You know what I mean? Bringing it down a little bit. I do. Will usually make notes when there's something like that on one of my books. So this is All-Star Western number 2 presents the Outlaw. And this is the beginning of the Neil Adams covers. Obviously, this is when the Outlaw begins. I think El Diablo begins in here, which is the Gray Morrow art. There's Gil Kane, like I said, just all kinds of different people in these books. And like Neil Adams on the cover. Yeah, there's El Diablo in the corner. I didn't even see that. Not my favorite cover, frankly. I don't think this is, really that great of a Neil Adams cover. It's kind of almost derivative, to be honest with you. We'll see some better ones coming up shortly, but this is when the Outlaw series starts. I'm not really crazy into Westerns or anything. I am kind of a genre guy. I know I was kind of bitching at how my buddy collects, where he collects, horror and Western and stuff, just kind of seemingly just insanely. I sort of do the same thing, but I keep it in runs, right? Like, this is my Western collection, is the All-Star Westerns. I have Weird Western as well, or Weird Western Tales. And then I have Batlash. And that's, those are my Westerns. But, you get in the mood sometimes to read different stuff. And so I like these. They're not all in the greatest shape. This one, I don't remember what I graded this at. Well, see, again, the word grade is actually technically, I don't think, correct. It's not graded. It's the condition. I mean, I don't know. Very good. Very good plus, maybe. It's not great. I'd really like to upgrade some of these. This is All-Star Western 3. El Diablo and the Outlaw, continuing the series. Outlaw is kind of a odd one. It's kind of a family drama in the West sort of thing. I don't like one of them's, I don't know, like the guy's being hunted by his brother or something like that. Like I read it a long time ago. I can't remember what it was, and I didn't think it was all that cool. The El Diablo stuff, though, I think is really cool. This is his origin issue, actually. Again, another Neil Adams cover. Neil Adams women are really where it's at. Like that's where his best stuff is. The horse looks great on this cover. It just looks so nightmarish, and the woman just looks so classically Neil Adams. So he does great redheads too. There's a House of Mystery. I think it's 187. I could be wrong on that cover number, but it's the one where there's like a redheaded woman hiding in the trees, and there's these foxes near her and stuff. Absolutely my favorite House of Mystery cover. And this is kind of reminiscent of that. I really like this cover. The book itself, not in the greatest shape. The spine is real ate up. Sorry, I keep hitting y'all with that glare. Bring it in so you can check it out. The spine's real laid up. Again, I'd like to upgrade these. If any of y'all have a nice set of these, I mean, I'd be willing to trade these and give you some, financial differential, or, just buy it outright. Just let me know. I'm always looking for that kind of stuff. I always like to upgrade. Let me see if I can kill that glare just a wee bit. There we go. All-Star Western 4. Again, Outlaw and El Diablo. Another Neil Adams cover. A little bit better than the second one. The last one I liked a lot better, but this one at least, like full kind of scene going on. Again, the horse looks super cool, man. I think he's drawn the equine thing really well there. Nothing said in the Overstreet about this particular issue, again, which is crazy because, I guess they just, assume that these are Neil Adams covers, but in other books they'll say Neil Adams cover, here, or the Neil Adams covers begin. It just doesn't even say anything about it. I know nobody from Overstreet ever sees my channel, but, just on the off chance, just for the love of God, guys, have some standardization. Either list the cover artist or don't list the cover artist. I mean, or pick certain artists that you're going to list and certain ones that you won't, but just stop being so inconsistent about it in the guide. It's just killing me. Here's All-Star Western number 5. Odd one because it's got a 19-cent price stamp on it, which is, I'll be honest, I think the only time I've ever seen a comic with a 19-cent price stamp. Price stamps don't bother me. If you can see what I'm talking about, it's up here in the upper right corner. Like someone took it's not a stamp, it's a sticker. I'm saying the wrong word. They took a price sticker and said, no, it's not 15 cents, it's 19 cents. Which, what an outrageous price gouge, huh? I believe this, I don't know. I don't know if this qualifies as a gray tone cover or not. The next one is, I'm almost positive, qualifies as a gray tone. This one, I don't know. Definitely still Neil Adams art. El Diablo and Outlaw still going on here. This is the last Outlaw issue. Pretty cool cover. This one's cool. I like this one a lot. A lot of action. It's just a darker tone to the whole thing. And again, the price stickers, I don't know. These don't bother me. They're kind of like arrival dates. It's really, of all the things that could be on there, it's probably the thing I care about the least. Here we got Outlaw going on again. Number 6. Outlaw continues for quite a while in these. I think almost maybe till the end. No. Wait a minute. See, that's really weird. The Overstreet says that the last one was the last Outlaw issue. And here we are looking at number 6, and it says Outlaw right on the top. So I don't even know what to say about that. It's just wrong, I guess. There we go. We're discovering flaws in the Overstreet as we go together. Yeah, literally, the Overstreet has number 5 listed as the last Outlaw issue. And here we are looking at 6, and Outlaw is still in it. And it says this is the beginning of the Billy the Kid series. So Outlaw, I guess, starring in the Billy the Kid series. This has got to be a gray tone. Again, but not listed. Just look at it. That's not a gray tone cover, man. I mean, I just maybe... it's not, I don't know, maybe it isn't. It sure has a semblance of being one, though. That kind of weird spotty style of art. Anyway, that's number 6. Here's number 7. See Outlaw right on the cover. Like, I don't know what the Overstreet's talking about, man. That's really weird. Here's number 7. These are where the 52 pagers begin. I don't know that you'd call them giants, but yeah, they're the 52 pagers. I like to call them the giants just because it makes me feel better. I like anything giant size comic wise. I'm sorry. Let's go back one more. This is where the cover artist switches, and I don't know how to pronounce the guy's last name, so I'm not gonna try. It's Tony Tony D. D-E-Z, something like that. I don't know how to say his last name, and I don't want to say it like an idiot, so I'm just not going to say it. Tony D, a different artist on the covers from here on out. 5 was the last Neil Adams issue, which is maybe what they meant to say in the Overstreet. Here's number 7. Like I said, another 52 page. I think these are cool covers. Very, very just not reminiscent. Very good examples of just DC in the 70s, I think. Number 8. So again, we've gotten away from all them. There's no more Neil Adams covers in this series. This is supposedly the last Billy the Kid book. You can see that in the bottom left there. You know, it's a cool cover. I do like the style of these. It's just so DC. I don't really know any other way to say it. Here's number 9. Now here you see a Batlash in the upper. I'm pretty sure Batlash might have some other stories in those. I like Batlash a lot because the Batlash series is done by Nick Cardy art, and we're gonna definitely check those out here soon. I'm in love with Nick Cardy. His art is just absolutely out of control. The Overstreet says there's Frazetta art in here for 3 pages, so that's kind of something noteworthy. So All-Star Western 9. Here's All-Star Western 10. Oops, let me bring that in actually so you can check these out. I haven't been doing that. I kind of wanted you just to be able to see the covers up close a little bit. Pause it if you wanted to check them out. There's All-Star Western 10. So this is the first Jonah Hex. This book, I'm trying to remember what the deal was. I know I pressed it. I think it had water. Yeah, it does. It has water damage, which this is just one of those things. I'm gonna have to get this close. Can you see it up there in the All-Star? You can see the line where the water got in there, and you can just see it up top. There were kind of ripples there. I pressed this book though, and got most of the rippling out. It looks pretty good. I mean, this is one of those where what's the condition? I don't know. It's really tough to say. The guy who sold it to me kind of was arguing it to be a 5, or I'm not going to use the numbers, VG fine. Yeah, I would agree. But water staining is kind of severe, and a lot of people that's just a game killer to most people. A lot of people just won't deal with it. For me, it's not that big of a deal as long as there's not mildew and nasty staining. This book has a light water stain line. The whole book's not like that. It's just the top. I pressed it out. So, I would accept the argument that this is a little bit better than very good because it just looks so nice. But I could also see you arguing this is just above good. It's water stained. It's one of the 7 deadly sins of comics or whatever. But it's first Jonah Hex, and I'm going to be a sweetheart to it. So I'm going to say it's VG fine. Let's bring it in one more time. This is the first one I got, actually. Back in the day when I had a different kind of collecting style and wasn't really going after the genres. I just thought, first Jonah Hex, I need to get that. He's cool. Here's number 11, and this is the second Jonah Hex. This is his first cover. I mean, the Overstreet says this is his first cover. I mean, am I crazy? Or is that Jonah Hex there behind the gate of the saloon? I don't know. I mean, I guess you can argue it's not, but I don't know, man. Anyway, this is technically Jonah Hex's first cover. I think Jonah Hex is cool, the supernatural Western thing, because he kind of has a supernatural thing going on. Not all the time. Sometimes it's just Western stuff, but sometimes he has like a supernatural sort of storyline, and I just think that's cool. Which it picks up more that way, I think, when this book switches over to Weird Western, which is now at issue 12. So we'll talk about Weird Western another day. There's a lot more of those. I don't have all of them. It's not a run I want to collect the whole thing on because it gets kind of, I don't know, the quality really drops off later. But I think I have like all the Silver Age issues, but one maybe. So anyway, that was my run of All-Star Western, just kind of showing y'all something different tonight. Hope you liked it. Let me hear it in the comments. What did you think? Do you guys, again, if anybody has some of these in nicer shape, I'm definitely interested in trading or just buying them outright. Let me know, guys. Good hanging with you. See you next time.